A story about a patient. I remember the first time that she told me about the disrespect, masked as casual relationship banter, that my patient Lisa reported in session to me. It was subtle, yet unmistakable. The way her boyfriend, let's call him Xavier, undermined her. She started noticing a pattern in Xavier's interactions. The jokes were too sharp, the comments too cutting. It was emotional abuse, dressed in a man who knew how to grill burgers and clean the pool. Driven by a sense of responsibility and compassion, she made it her mission to help him change. Right? We know this. She believed in the transformative power of patience and understanding. Their conversations were deep, often delving into personal struggles. So she saw glimpses of vulnerability and thought she was making progress with him. But the cycle of emotional harm did not stop. You cannot change someone who doesn't see an issue in their actions. You can't. Her efforts, though well-intentioned, were like seeds sown on barren land. The truth hit hard. Some battles were not hers to win. His moments of empathy were clouded by passive aggression tactics. His nature, his perspective had no clear exit. The more she tried to guide him out, the more she lost herself in it. The most crucial lesson I taught her in our work was about self-care. In her eagerness to help Xavier, she had neglected her own well-being. And the weight of the toxic relationship was like carrying a heavy burden every single day for her. It drained her. It drained her energy, it clouded her judgment, and overshadowed her personal achievements and professional achievements. And it took her a while to recognize that self-care is not selfish. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. And she finally embraced the importance of self-respect and the limitations of her influence on him. She realized that while she could offer support and guidance, she couldn't level him up. She could not level him up. The decision to step back was not easy, but it was necessary. It was about respecting herself enough to acknowledge where her responsibility for him ended and his began. In letting go, she found peace and a renewed sense of purpose in her own life. Realizing the limitations of your influence is not admitting defeat. No, it's an act of profound self-respect. You have the power to set boundaries, to recognize that your well-being should not be compromised in the pursuit of changing someone else. It's about understanding that the complex tapestry of human behavior, in it that some of the threads are beyond our ability to reweave. This realization isn't a sign of weakness, but a mark of strength and wisdom. So take a step back, care for yourself, and remember, in a world where you can't control others' actions, you can always control your response, your own boundaries, and most importantly, your journey towards a healthier, more respectful, peaceful environment.